What's going on, everybody? You guys alive, excited, full of energy, or what?
Oh yeah.
All right. What would you like to practice today? What scripts and dialogues are we working on? I'll start with you, Gopal.
You know what? Starting off on the ones we're making the calls to our sphere really good. You said just call up and just say, hey, just touching base with you. But what about the follow-up call? What do we say on that? Like they go, call me back next week.
All right, so frame this up for me. You're calling your database.
Yeah.
You're asking them if they have any questions, concerns, anything regarding the real estate market. You bring some sort of value to the table, right?
Yes.
Now, do remember that when you're calling them, have some stats. Okay. So real key is, and again, don't put your opinion on it. It's more just factual data. For example, how many homes are on the marketplace right now for sale in your market? And how many days on the market before they sell? Like, what's the average days on the market? So having that kind of statistics, it's good to have just on the side. It's like, hey, right now in the marketplace, we have 673 homes for sale, and the average home on the market sells in 15 days, right? So let them formulate their own conclusion, right?
Okay.
So you have that kind of information. Then the question you're asking is the follow-up.
Yeah. So I've already called them. They said call me next week.
Okay, what? So again, I'm going to play on that. All right, Gopal, you're asking me to give you a call next week. Is that right?
Yeah.
What is it that we want to talk about next week?
You know what? You were talking about some stats. So no, thank you, Danny. You gave me the stats. You've explained the market to me. You've kind of told me what's going on. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, I want to know, why am I calling you next week?
Well, this is the next week call.
No. That's not the next week call.
Okay.
On the call, you're giving some stats.
Okay.
Right? Then you say to me, call you next week. That's what you're asking.
Yeah.
On that call, I'm going to ask you, why am I calling you next week?
They said, well, I'm kind of tied up right now, but if we could talk next week, I just don't have a lot of time right now to talk.
I see. So you actually want to talk, but you can't talk right now. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah. You've given me the stats, but maybe next week we can talk.
Okay, so really important, Gopal. I'm looking for business, right? So when I call you up, when I'm calling you up and I say, hey, listen, do you have any questions concerning regarding the real estate market? If the client says to me, hey, can you call me next week, that he's kind of brushing me off, right? Yeah. I'm not calling you next week. I'm not, because you know what? You're brushing me off. Right. I I don't want that. So it's like, no, I'd like to know, let's talk about this. Why is it that you want me to talk? Like, what's your need here? What's your need here? Okay. Gopal. So when you're talking to people, you're trying to get some sort of lead out of this.
Yes.
Or provide information. If they're brushing you off, then I'm not bothered calling them. Just moving on to the next person. Okay. All right, Mark, what do you want to work on?
Fizbos.
Yes, Fizbos. Let's do the role play. Let's do the Fizbo role play.
All right.
Well, do you have a script in mind?
Appointment setting dialogue is the one I've been looking at.
Okay. So have you practiced it?
Yes, a little bit. I'm still pretty horrible, I feel. So,
all right, so I'll be the Fizbo. You be the agent.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So you got the script there. Let's jump right into it. Okay. So ring, ring, ring. Hello.
Yes, this is Mark Parrish with Whittington Realty in Oklahoma City. Is this Danny?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Danny. I recently noticed that your house is you listed your house on Zillow as for sale by owner, and it looks like you have a great home. Why are you selling it?
You know what? Our kids have moved out. Our last one's going out to university come June, so we're going to be selling it and downsizing.
Okay. Where do you plan on moving?
We're actually going to go out to the suburbs.
Okay. Why did you choose the suburbs?
Well, to get away from the city.
Okay. All right. Well, how much do you have a budget on this new house that you're going to be buying?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. All right. So, do you have to sell this home first before you purchase the next one?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So, what is your time frame trying to get all this done?
We figure once we sell the home, we'll start being serious and looking for something to buy.
Okay. Okay. So, the price that you have on the home is $399,000. How did you come to that price?
We saw what was selling for in the area.
Okay. Well, with as many properties that are on the market right now, and especially in today's market, what are you doing differently to set yourself apart as far as marketing the property?
While we're doing open houses, ads in the paper, signing the lawn.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Well, if there was an advantage to using me to market your home and to get it sold, would you consider it?
Sure. What would that advantage be?
Well, that is something I would like to talk to you about whenever we get to, I'd like to come by your house and see the property and see, and see if this even works between you and I.
Okay.
And then that way I can explain everything I do. And if I don't knock your socks off, then we'll part ways and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Okay. Well, would you be available Friday at 3 o'clock?
Yeah, we do Friday at 3.
Okay. Well, I'd like to have some information delivered to you before we meet. Where would I send that info? Your
Like a
home
mailing
office?
address? You want my mailing address? Is that what you're asking?
Well, I can email it to you. I can mail it to you, whatever you want.
Yeah, email would be great.
Okay. What's your email?
It's blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Well, I look forward to meeting you, Danny, and I will see you on Friday at
How
3
did that
o'clock.
feel?
I feel like I felt like I was reading a script is what it felt like, honestly.
I'm
So,
not so worried about you reading a script. It felt more like an interrogation.
okay.
And that's why.
I got you.
Because you keep your approval was okay, okay, okay. So it's definitely a note taking. Yes. What else? What else? What else? What else? Very robotic, right?
Okay.
So it's extremely important that when asking the question, the client answers that question, you repeat what they say and you give them approval.
Makes
Right.
sense.
So you don't sound like a police officer taking on a report. You don't sound like an interrogation. You repeat what they say, you give them massive approval, and then you move on to the next question. Right. We're pacing and leading the conversation. Right.
Okay.
So I'm going to do an expired script with you right now. Okay. You be the expired.
Okay.
Right. But as you can see, I went with what you were saying and I set an appointment with you.
Uh-huh.
Right. Because I wanted you to go through that exercise, but I wanted to point that out. I'm gonna now be the client, you be the agent. Sorry, you be the client, I'll be the agent, right? So ring, ring, ring. Say hello.
Hello.
Hi. I was looking for the owner of the home. Is this the owner?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is. Okay, awesome. Hey, my name is Dan Macedo with Roll a Page. I noticed your ad in the paper. I was wondering if that home is still available.
Yes, it is.
It is. Okay, excellent. And are you cooperating with realtors at all?
What do you mean by cooperating?
Are you working with realtors? If we had a buyer want to come by and take a look at the home, would that be okay with you?
Yeah, I can do that.
That would work with you. Okay, excellent. I appreciate that. Now it says here it's a 3-bedroom, 2-story home asking $399. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. And I appreciate you sharing that with me. Is that home vacant or do you live there now?
No, we're still living there now.
Oh, you are living there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, good for you. Excellent. And once you do sell this home, were you maybe thinking of buying another one?
Yes.
You are. Okay, great. Excellent. And where are you thinking of moving to?
We're moving to the suburbs.
On the way. So you moved up to the suburbs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. And ideally, when would you like to be up in the suburbs?
Well, we're needing to be there by the end of the year.
Okay, so ideally for you, the end of the year in the suburbs, right?
Uh-huh.
That's a great plan. Excellent. And you know what? Normally, if this home has not sold privately, you may turn it over to a successful agent. And I was just curious, how much time will you take before you might consider hiring a realtor?
Well, we really haven't thought about it. I just hear that everybody's houses are just selling. without really having to do anything.
So right now in your mind, right now you don't have a set time in mind. Is that right?
No, I just figured it would get sold. So
Exactly, which makes perfect sense. Now, if I was able to come there, do all that work for you, and possibly net you more money than you could on your own, would that be of interest to you?
well, yeah.
That would work, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, to be honest with you, I don't know if I can do that because I haven't seen your home. But what I like to do is maybe borrow 15, 20 minutes of your time, come by, take a look at the home and see if I could do that for you. Would that work for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you prefer afternoon or evening appointments? Usually better.
Evening.
Evening. Okay. I have tonight at 7 or is tomorrow at 6 better?
Tonight at 7 will be fine.
Okay. So what was the difference between your role play and mine?
You sounded like you were having a conversation. So it was definitely a lot better.
Conversation. I'm glad you brought that up because that's exactly what I want to have come across. And the reason it sounds like a conversation isn't because of the script. Because to be honest with you, half the stuff I was saying, I was making it up as we were going, right? But it's more because I was repeating what you're saying, give me some approval, moving on. Like it was just like it was flowing that way, right? It was flowing that way, and that's what I was saying, right? And once you learn the questions to ask, this will flow that way for you. Okay, very, very important. Once you know the direction you're going with the conversation, these are the type of questions I want to ask. Here are my closes, and then use those closes.
Okay.
Right. Excellent. Great job. Armando, you have a question here. You put it in the chat. How come you're muted? You can unmute yourself. I see. Okay, no, it's all good. So Armando says, I just want to listen in, but maybe next week I try. Okay, it's all good. Hey, man, we're all good. We're all having fun here. All right, Gopal, your turn.
Danny, on that same one, the FSBO one, this is a common response. You know what? We haven't decided on a future realtor or anything yet, but if you have a buyer, why don't you bring them by?
Hey, Gopal, thank you very much for sharing that with me. And I do appreciate you being upfront and honest with me. And I really do. So thank you. What I can tell you right now is I have no idea which buyer to bring there. Right. And I really don't. I mean, let's be honest. I'm working with 7 different buyers and no idea who would work for your home. Right. On the same token, right, my job is to sell the homes that I currently have for sale. And that's what I'm doing right now. Now, if you want me to sell your home, I am all in for that. So all we need to do now is simply set an appointment so I can come by, take a look at your home, meet with you, and share with you what we do to get homes sold. And then you can decide what's best for you and your family. Did that work?
I like it. My job is to get the homes I have listed.
Yeah, my job is to get the homes that I have for sale. They've hired me to sell their homes. You haven't hired me yet, but don't worry. We just met. You got lots of time to hire me.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't care. And I want you to understand this. I'm not bought into what you're saying. It's not life and death with me. You don't want to list with me? I'm okay with that. Right? I'm okay with that. I don't have to please everyone. If you're, there's going to be some for sale by owners out there that are just hardcore selling on my own, and I don't give a damn. I'm selling it myself. And that's all right. Good luck with that. Right? Exactly. See, that shrug. That's what I'm looking for. That's you. Next. You keep going. Now, do I have a script that I can use to try and handle that objection? 100%. Will I give it my all, my ability, take it all? Like, I mean, I'm going to bring my A game to the show, not my B game, my A game. And to bring my A game, I need to understand these objections. See, if for sale by owners is a lead source of mine, then I owe it to myself to know all the objections, because there's only like 4 or 5 of them. To be able to have 3 or 4 handlers for each one of those objections so that I can close for that appointment. Does this make sense, Mark?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So whatever lead sources you have, you want to first and foremost learn the prospecting script, whatever that may be. Then you want to learn what sort of objections do you get from that particular lead source and have the handlers. And of course, the next thing you need to learn is how to close. What are the closes you're going to use? Simple. All right. What are we practicing next? What's next? Gopal, what's one do you want to practice?
You know what? Online leads.
Okay. Online leads. So the online follow-up.
Yeah, they call it and come in into the email. I'm starting to get those. So I'm using whatever is there, but it'd be kind of cool to see
So first conversation with an online lead.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That'd be great.
All right. What do you got?
Okay. So I'm
the client. You're the agent. Let's hear it.
I got to go off my script. I got to
Damn,
read
you
it.
bring it up to the table. You got to say it now.
Hi. I just realized.
Okay, so ring, ring, ring. Hello.
Hi, Danny. I noticed you had made an inquiry online with regards to real estate.
Yep.
Yeah, so you know what? That's great. Lots of people inquiring nowadays. The market's great. What is it that you would like to know?
How much is that home for?
That home is for $899.
Ooh, that's expensive.
Well, what range are you looking for?
I was thinking under 800.
Under 800. Oh, there's other homes in just close by that we do have that are available actually. So when are you looking to move in?
I haven't found anything I liked yet.
Just the ideal thing. When would you like to, if you did find a home, when would you like to be moved into that home?
Oh, if I found the right home, I'm thinking sometime before winter.
Before winter. And may I ask why you want to move in before winter, actually?
I don't like moving in the snow.
Yeah. So do you currently own your own home right now?
No, I'm renting.
Oh, excellent. Great time to move in, purchase homes. Interest rates are low. So what is the range that you are looking for? 500?
No, under 800.
Under 800. Have you been approved? Have you seen a mortgage broker with regards to a mortgage yet?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay. Excellent. So you know what? Just from this brief conversation you and I have had, there's a number of steps that I could actually help you with in going forward. You know, would you like to just sit down for possibly half an hour and I could help you?
How are you going to help me?
Well, you see, buying your first home, it requires a chart, a plan. It's
Okay.
not as easy as going to the store and picking something off the shelf.
Okay.
There's a number of homes out there. Yeah, for first step, you have to get approved for a mortgage. Number two, you have to figure out your needs and wants, which you have. See, I screw it up all the time like that, Danny. Oh,
And I'm going to tell you why. Hey, listen, you're doing a great job. You really were. When you're asking questions. I don't need to know your opinion. I don't need to know statements. I don't need that. I need to ask me questions. Okay. If you want to pace and lead a conversation, ask more questions. Okay. Dig deep and then go to a close. Dig deep, then go to close. So I like the fact, do you own your own home? That was a very good question. I like the fact you said about the motivation. When would you like to be there? Right? Maybe you would have gone deeper into, you said price a few times, but weren't listening. I was saying under 500, under 800, and you went to 500. You assumed as a first-time home buyer, but you never asked me that. Right? So it's when you start asking better questions, and then you can go to a close. Okay. So a question would be something like this. Hey, Gopal, if I were able to find that great home for you, the one under 800,000, get you moved into that place before winter starts, would that be of interest to you? See, that's pacing me down to an appointment now. You say yes to that. I go, great. All I need to do is borrow 15, 20 minutes of your time, and I can show you some of these homes that'll be available and also what it takes to get you into one of these homes, right? Which do you prefer, afternoon or evening appointments? So then you start going down that rabbit hole, like you start going down that path. Make sense?
Yeah, perfect. And their comeback line, and it's very common. Well, why don't you just send me the listings?
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely do that. But let's be honest, Gopal. You can literally just type in what's for sale in a specific area, and all the listings are going to pop up. They're all over the realtor.ca and .com. They're right there, right? That's not what I'm bringing up. Has anyone taken the time to actually sit down with you and share with you what's involved in the process of purchasing a home? Did I lose you? No, you're not
Oh,
gonna-
that's brilliant. Has anyone taken the time?
Has anyone taken the time to sit you down and share with you what's involved in the process, right? And if they say no, I go, well, I would love to take that time and sit down with you and share with you so that you are well informed. Would you be interested in that? Like, what is your unique selling proposition? Right? As a realtor, what is that thing that you're going to say to the consumer to say, yes, I want to meet with you, Mark. Come on, Mark, I got to meet with you now because you're offering me this up. So your unique selling proposition. All right, guys, any other questions, concerns? Because I had to jump into another call.
You know, you brought up unique selling proposition, and I don't know if this is a short answer or not, but yeah, I guess I need help coming up with that. I mean, I just know that I'm an honest dude, and I'll do the best I can for you, and nobody will outwork me. So
Yeah. So make that more calculated. Like when you say you're honest, you're hardworking, say, well, be tactical about it. Hey, every single week I will call you to keep you informed of what's happening in the marketplace. That I can promise you. It's not that you just list with me, you don't hear from me anymore, right? Like that's be more tactical. Hey, I'm going to bring in my company. We're going to go in there and we're going to stage your home and get it ready because I know how important it is for you to get the dollar in your pocket. Like you just get more tactical with it. Don't just give it a big brush stroke. No. Small, fine brush. Look at it. And yes, Armando, this is recorded and you could see it on my YouTube channel. It's going to all be on my YouTube channel. He keeps asking if this is going to be recorded. Yes, it's recorded. I will put it on the YouTube channel and you can watch them all. There's a bunch there, right? If you go to my email that I sent you guys on Saturday, right, you got connection to the Coach Danny Rockstars. Remember the Coach Danny's Rockstars? And there's a link to my YouTube channel. You click from there.
Are we on your YouTube channel like this?
You better believe it.
Oh, I gotta fix myself up. You gotta tell me this ahead
You
of
gotta
time.
look pretty, man. You gotta look pretty. All right, guys, I gotta bounce. I got another coaching call. You guys are awesome. I'll talk to you guys in 2 weeks. There's none of this next week because I'm off next week. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much.